Yo, what is up to all the students in Dr. J's History of Rock class? I am Mark McGrath from the band Sugar Ray, off the charts, but always in our hearts. And speaking of always in our hearts, Dr. J was kind enough to reach out to me and say, Mark, could you do me a favor? I go, Dr. J, anything for you. Anybody who teaches a class about the history of rock, I'm in. No problem. As the three-time Rock and Roll Jeopardy champion, I salute you, Dr. J, and the amazing curriculum that is History of Rock. Now, he reached out to me, ladies and gentlemen, to tell me to tell you why the 90s were so awesome, quote, unquote. Well, besides the obvious, frosted tips, baggy pants, and boy bands, the 90s was the greatest decade of all time. And I'll tell you why. Yes, it was good to me. Yes, Sugar Ray had all their success in the 90s. But in the 90s, the walls came down in music, meaning the genres started to go away. You had traveling tours like Lollapalooza, The Gathering of the Tribes, Rage Against the Machine, toured with the Wu-Tang Clan. You know, it didn't matter if you were a hip-hop, punk rock, classic rock, heavy metal. It didn't matter what you were. We all enjoyed the music together because there was a thing called alternative radio in the 90s. And it was one of the most viable and commercially successful genres in all of music. And it played everything. It played everything. And the walls came down, people. And that's what made the 90s so amazing. You know, people were listening to Alice in Chains, Mariah Carey, Eminem, Smash Mouth, Mobb Deep, Jennifer Lopez, Ricky Martin. You had a Latin influence. There were so many things going on in the 90s. It was one gigantic cavalcade of genres, varieties, and styles. And that's what made that decade so amazing. And it was also the last glory years of the rock labels when people sold records. And I want to say one last thing about the 90s, if you don't mind. And I get a little excited about it, as you know, because A, I was there. And we tend to, people, look back on decades with rose-tinted sunglasses and think the decades were better than they were. But the 90s will always be amazing for one reason. And that one is the fact that we all shared entertainment together in the 90s. Now, follow me. Records came out on Tuesdays, so we all went to our record store, our CD store, whether it was Tower, Best Buy, Target. Yes, they all had CD sections, believe it or not. And we all bought the new record at the same time. And we had it in our hands, and we had a tangible quality to it. And we could talk about it, and we could call our friends about it. And in the 90s, new music videos debuted on Friday on TRL. So we all watched the new video at the same time. We were all excited. We got the information. We got the new product at the same time. We could all experience it at once and have that nostalgic feeling. TV shows were on Thursday night, we all watched Seinfeld and Friends on NBC. And we talked about it the next day. And finally, movies, ladies and gentlemen. Movies. We all watched the movies when they came out that weekend. We had something to talk about. So it was the last time, not just music, but we all shared entertainment together. And that's something I really miss. Yes, the internet was coming around the corner. And, you know, when was the last time you bought a record? It went into your music library, Apple, whatever it was, and you called your friend and said, hey, did you hear the new Tame Impala record, right? Probably doesn't happen anymore. You probably forgot you bought the record. 90s were a special time, you guys. It had its problems like every decade, but it'll be an enduring 90s decade for a long, long time. And finally, I'm going to take you out with a little song that I co-wrote in 1997. They went all the way to #1, but who's counting? I am. I just want to fly. Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, Dr. J. I just want to fly, yeah. Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby, yeah. Students in Dr. J's History of Rock class, keep it 90s. I still have frosted tips, and I still have an AOL email address. Take care. Thanks for letting me rant. I love the 90s.